This is Byron Gordon for the SES Conference Channel. It's day one here at SES London, where we just finished hearing from Peter of Bing, Director of Online Search of the UK, European, and African markets. Peter, you talked about some of the top insights that Bing has learned about search usage. Highlight for us some of those top three insights.
So I think one of the key insights that we found when we looked into our search data was that although users were saying they're very pleased with search, when we get onto sort of the data, only actually 1 in 4 queries were successful. So basically what people are doing is they're either requerying or they're abandoning, but they're not, they're not sort of getting to the result they want first time. So we think there's an opportunity to sort of deliver better results. We also found that users aren't just doing individual queries, they're actually doing tasks and sessions. So rather than just quickly finding a website, they're sort of trying to take decisions on the web. And so they're going out and they're trying to buy things which may involve looking at user reviews and prices, and spending up to something like 2 days on the web. I think half of the queries are actually over 30 minutes as people try and perform tasks, and we think that's something that search engines weren't sort of traditionally set out to do, and we think it's something that we need to move in terms of user interface beyond the 10 blue links, which is something we're trying to focus on with Bing.
So can you, it's more visual, but maybe give us, you had a couple of examples of how Bing is making modifications for people who are using it and employing images. Give us an example.
In terms of images, we have something that's called visual search, and the insight behind that is that people actually search, I think it's 27% faster through images rather than through text. So the example that I gave here was a sort of an English one about Premiership footballers. We've got a Silverlight application that can show all those footballers visually. So if you had a sort of a visual question, i.e. I can't really remember who this person was, but I recognise their face, and I remember they're French, for instance, and they play in the Premiership, you can sort of quickly sort through visually and get to the answer you want, which is something that would be incredibly difficult to do from a text perspective.
So you said that essentially Bing is the faster way to make informed decisions. So Bing is making the case that you don't have to use Google, that you can actually use our search engine and find things faster and find things more relevant, yes?
Yes, exactly, and I think the faster, more informed decisions is the piece. So particularly in those areas where people are trying to make decisions or use a search engine for tasks rather than just to find a website. So things like shopping, we acquired Chow, which is Europe's largest shopping comparison site. So if you're shopping on Bing, you're going to see things like user reviews, you're going to see product information, and we're really going to help you make that decision rather than sending you off around the web. So we think in those areas where people are trying to complete tasks rather than just look for something, that Bing is going to be a faster way for them to make those choices.
And give us a plug about Bing is involved in some project to help others. Elaborate it. Tell us a little bit what that's about.
Yes, so we just announced today that we're partnering with Sport Relief in the UK, which is sort of allied to Comic Relief, and this is really something where we're helping work with the more underprivileged members of society. And the way the mechanic's going to work is that if you register on givewithbing.com, and you can then, between I think it's the 22nd of February and the end of March, whenever you search with Bing, for every 10 searches you do, we'll donate 5p. So if everyone can go out there and get their families and friends onto Bing, try out the search engine, and we can raise as much money as we can for what it's a fantastic cause.
Okay, thanks so much for chatting with us, Peter.
Thank you very much.
And there's more to come here at SES London Day 1. Stay tuned for more.